Hello, everyone. Dan Mason here. Let's explore together another issue that is in our current events. Gavin, you are an atheist, Satanist, gay communities, so I forgive you for your ignorance of not knowing the difference between a Catholic and a born-again Christian. So, let's stop dancing around and hit this head-on. You want to bring up Catholic priests and abuse scandals as if that single issue is the foundation of Christianity or the final word on whether God is real. That is a logical fallacy right out of the gate. It is the fallacy of sweeping generalization. You take the sins of men and pretend that somehow those sins cancel out the truth of Scripture or the authority of Jesus Christ. That is a bait and switch. You are attacking people who betrayed their own calling while ignoring the God they claimed to serve. Here's your biblical fallacy. You try to pit Jesus against his own word by saying his name is represented by abusers. That is a lie. Christ warned that wolves would come in sheep's clothing. He said that false teachers and false prophets would rise up inside the house of faith. So when men in robes act like predators, gay men, that is not proof against God. That is proof that Jesus was right. The existence of corruption in the Roman Catholic Church, false church, confirms the Bible rather than undermines it. Now let's turn the tables. Where do you think the abuse of children is at its worst today? It is no longer in the walls of the church. It is in the halls of public schools with groomers from the LGBTQ1234, where teachers' unions fight tooth and nail to keep parents from knowing what happens. Groomers telling kids about their sexuality behind closed doors. It is in Hollywood where elites get away with child exploitation because their power shields them. It is in the LGBT activist world that demands the sexualization of children through drag queen story, hours, and the push to expose them to pornography under the banner of education. So if you want to talk about abuse, let us look at where it thrives right now, not behind the altar, but under rainbow flags and in state-funded institutions. And one more point. You talk about atheists as if they are innocent of the destruction of children. You legalized abortion and celebrated the slaughter of unborn children. Not even the false Catholic Church does that, but your atheist, communist, secular state, and its atheistic defenders, who stripped prayer out of schools, removed the Ten Commandments from public spaces, and replaced them with moral relativism. Not pastors, but judges and politicians who rejected God altogether. That war against God's order has killed millions more than priests ever harmed. So let's be real. You think you land a punch by naming Catholic priests, but I counter by naming your godless culture you defend. The priest who abuses a child is guilty of hellfire, yes. But the activist who tells a boy he can cut off his body parts, or a girl that she can kill her unborn baby, is guilty too. Both betray children. Both spit in the face of God. And if you want to stand on that side, then you are not just defending victims. You are standing with the perpetrators of the most significant destruction of innocence the world has ever seen. So I will not let you shift the blame onto Christ. Sinful men do not speak for him. His word already exposed them. The real fight is not between you and me. It is between the truth of God and the lies of man. Now I ask you, whose side are you on? The side of temporary excuses or the side of eternal truth? Well, Gavin, we both know your answer. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to support this channel.